Hey, it's your boy Shawn the Wonder here again, and this time I got a video a little bit different for y'all. I usually do not talk about movies, but I was so excited about this, so I just want to talk about it. But don't expect me to really do this again. Maybe if I will, it'll be a long ass time from now. Yeah, and I'm not showing my face today. I don't look good right now. I'm not looking cute at all, and I'm struggling a bit too, y'all. So. Oh, yeah. I'm still open to the donations and shit. Like, my brother's even worried, like, how to get by right now. But, yeah, but let's get into this movie discussion. And, just a heads up, spoilers. I know the movie's been out a little while and it's easily accessible from home and if you haven't went to the theaters, but yeah, still want to put that warning out there for y'all, so y'all got it. So yeah, Suicide Squad. So I ended up seeing this like 2 weekends ago. I went to the theater, saw it in person. When I bought my ticket, actually, I was like the only one who bought one when I went online. I wasn't expecting that many people at the theaters just because of the situation we're in, but there was still some people, more than I expected, but still few enough so everybody could be spaced out. Yeah, I actually arrived at the movie like 15 minutes late, so I missed I think the opening credits were starting as soon as I came in. So yeah, I missed that whole entire beach scene. Yeah, and I just picked up right where Team B landed on the beach, and then they went back and showed how they all started together. But yeah, this movie is fucking dope. I loved it, man. I loved it. Yeah, the action in this movie is really good. The gore is pretty sick as well. Though the comedy is the thing that gets for me, the comedy and the character interactions. Actually, I like the R-rated comedy jokes, like the sex and shit. Actually, those were the ones I didn't like. I felt like they were just kind of childish, in my opinion. I don't even know what splooging is supposed to mean. Like that Harley Quinn line, that I didn't even like from the trailer they showed it anyway. Oh yeah, speaking of the trailers, I feel like I shouldn't even watch trailers anymore at all. Even though I only watched like the first trailer for it, I still felt like I saw too much. I can't get out of my head like, oh, when this scene happens in the movie, like I was like, oh, that's the scene from the trailer. That always happens when I watch a movie. From now on, I'm just not gonna watch it. All I heard about it was that James Gunn was going to direct it, and like Guardians movie, so it's gonna be dope. I hope so. I was on board just from hearing he was gonna do it. So yeah, so I was hyped for this movie as soon as they said he was gonna be on board. And the movie was fucking great, man. Yeah, the action was really great. Probably my favorite scene was when they went to the resistance camp and just killed everybody there. Yeah. So like Bloodsport and Peacemaker were competing for kills. King Shark and Ratcatcher also got one. Even though I feel like Ratcatcher didn't really. Did she get a kill? No, I remember there was like two rats in that bag, and I feel like it just distracted the guy, and then Peacemaker came and shot him. King Shark got a kill. He just devoured that man. I actually was surprised about how little action scenes King Shark got. I was expecting like him there would be one scene where he just tore through like dozens of dudes, but he didn't kill that many people. In hindsight, Bloodsport and Peacemaker killed a lot more. Yeah, that whole camp scene was dope. It was so like when he stabbed that one dude that was sleeping. I was like, yeah, dude, damn, that shit was quick. That shit was quick too. Yeah. Oh, and that one guy who got shot with his dick flying, with his dick swinging around. Oh, that was hilarious. And he set them dudes on fire. Yeah, and they were the resistance team. They saved Colonel Flag. He wasn't captured or in prison or anything. That was all on Amanda's fault though. She was the one to tell him to kill on sight. She should have had better intel instead of just assuming they were like the army. But yeah, That was cool. Sorry, I'm feeling kind of tired right now because I this is my second take I did of it. Like my mic went out halfway through the first time, so I apologize if I sound a little out of breath in this one. But yeah. So actually, yeah, mentioning the characters in this movie is really what makes it good. It's also the style of the movie as well is really good as well. There's a whole bunch of things that's done right with this movie. Yeah, King Shark is a really cool character. He's more of a doofus, like a dumb character in this movie, which I understand why some people might not like it, but I was cool with it. And it actually reminded me like every interpretation of King Shark I've seen is like different. Uh, the one in the animated Suicide Squad movie, he was kind of dumb, but like in a different way. Um, what else have I seen King Shark? Oh, and the Flash, he was just like a terrifying monster. And then in the Harley Quinn show, he was like a I don't know how to describe this person. Guess he ain't really dumb. I'll call him goofy. He's like kind of goofy in the Harley Quinn show. But yeah, like every interpretation I've seen is vastly different. He's kind of like the Hulk in this one. Yeah, like a big dumb character, which is fine. And some of the jokes don't hit with him either. I felt like a couple of times they were trying a little bit too hard, like with the bird scene, like bird. Sylvester Stallone did a good job with what he had though, but yeah, it was a cool character. Like, I was surprised how they didn't downplay his power level. Like he is strong. Like the scene where he fell out from the tower and the guards, the military shot at him. Like none of those bullets hit him. I was half expecting that he died when he fell there, and then when they started shooting him, I thought he was gonna die, but bullets didn't do shit to him. I'm glad they didn't downplay his strength there. That was actually I was not expecting that either. Hollywood usually always weakens the characters. Yeah, he was dope. Bloodsport is actually cool. As you know, originally they wanted Will Smith to come back as Deadshot, but he couldn't. So Bloodsport's kind of a proxy character, even though they're not entirely the same. Even though they share similarities, like they both have a daughter that they're taking care of, that they have a relationship with. That scene with them talking actually was kind of intense too. There was some good acting in here. I mean, they do have Idris Elba and Viola Davis in this. They're the two best actors in here. Oh, like this is all over the place, I know, but that scene where Amanda Waller threatened to put his daughter in prison and kill her, that was fucking insane. And then Idris Elba just damn near stabbed her in the neck with a fucking pan. Oh man, Idris Elba, Viola Davis, legends in the acting game, top tier actors. Oh man, like they definitely did Amanda Waller a lot better in this one compared to the last one. Amanda Waller's a straight G. Like, oh, I actually want to see like Viola Davis's Amanda Waller, and I forgot that dude's name. Is it Bill Duke who plays Odell in Black Lightning? Yeah, I would like to see the two of them either go head to head against each other or work together. Like both of them are just as ruthless, man. Um, they're so dope, man. I like this movie so much. It's so stylish and fun. It just has fun exuding all over it. Like it has some cool editing in it as well. Like I like how they use the environment to show time. The passage of time in the movies. Like other movies, they just show text, but like how they blew away the leaves and it said now, or had like 3 days later written on the toilet. Even though the first time around, like I couldn't tell what that was 3 days earlier. I think a couple of times it was kind of hardest to read. I think the toilet one is the only one I had to look at clearly to notice what it said. Oh, I also really like the one with the fire. It said Operation Jotunheim, and then it changed to Harley, and that was dope as fuck too. Um, yeah, that was really cool. Oh yeah, as far as the other characters, Peacemaker, John Cena's Peacemaker was pretty cool too. I'm still not sure if I want to see a whole TV show of his character though. I think he might fit better as like part of an ensemble cast like this, sort of like with Dave Bautista as Drex. Even though I think Peacemaker is probably a better character than Drax is. I feel like Drax is straight up just only for jokes. Peacemaker has a little bit more to him as well. Oh yeah, James Gunn. Oh damn! Since I did this the second time, I'm forgetting what else I need to cover. I also feel like I'm going through this fast too. Oh yeah, my favorite character in this whole thing was definitely Ratcatcher too. I was actually surprised to learn that she was actually created for this movie. Yeah, I always knew about like the original Ratcatcher, Otis Flanagan from the Arkham games, just from you could find his bios in Arkham Asylum and City. Out of all the ones, he intrigued me the most for whatever reason. But yeah, it was actually kind of cool that they made a successor to this in the movie. Like it surprised me because that's a common thing in comic books. Like there's been multiple mantles for villains and heroes alike. Yeah, she was Ratcatcher. Cleo, she was definitely endearing, and as a lot of people say, at the heart of the movie. Even though I feel like it's overused at this point, how many reviews I saw that said that she was a very endearing character. I was actually hoping she would do a little bit more with the rats and shit, like cover somebody completely and rats and just have them devour somebody. Usually it's just like one or two that will come and get them. I feel like a regular human could probably yank one of those off, like easy, one or two of those off easy. Like I was expecting them like just a ton to wash over somebody and just like eat them alive. That would've been dope as fuck. But yeah, from the impression I got, she ain't really a killer. She just robbed a bank that got her into Bell Rev, which is kind of surprising to me. She was probably in Gotham when she got caught and then got transferred to Bell Rev. But usually Bell Rev, I think, has like the worst of the worst criminals in there. Like people that will usually get like life sentences. So I'm not particularly sure how much damage Ratcatcher actually did just from robbing a bank using rats. It must have been a lot of money though to get stuck in there. But yeah, she was my favorite character in the movie. And the ending part 2, where all the rats came, and then they had the flashback of her talking to her dad as a child. Oh, that was so sweet, man. It almost made me tear up too. Oh man, yeah, that was really cool. Actually, she was the MVP of that scene. Like, if it wasn't for her using the rats, Harley wouldn't be able to get into to the eye and kill it from the inside out. Yeah, that was really cool. Harley, actually, I still feel kind of mixed on Harley, like in modern interpretations. The best Harleys for me has been the animated series, really. Outside of the animated series, I think I kind of liked her in the Arkham games. And then, not so much Arkham Knight, just because I don't really like Arkham Knight in general. But, and the Harley Quinn show, it's been a while since I watched it, but my favorite character in Harley Quinn was actually Poison Ivy. But I think Harley Quinn was fine from what I can remember, the little I can remember. I really like the show, though. But yeah, ain't really Margot Robbie's fault. It's just the writing of modern Harley. But there was some really good scenes, like the Milton scene. Oh yeah, that was probably like the favorite part of the movie. After that resistance camp scene, that Milton scene was fucking. Oh, that shit was fucking hilarious, man. I noticed Milton like in the rain scene, that cool ass rain shot. But after that, I didn't even notice he was with them the whole time they were inside of Jotunheim. And like right up until he got shot. And then Milton said, "They killed Milton." And then Bloodsport was like, "Look, like, what was Milton with us? Milton was with us the whole time. What was he gonna do?" And they argued back and forth. That was so damn funny. And then with Harley Quinn and Polka Man arguing back and forth. Oh man, that definitely sounded that they were convincing that was like this. That was two crazy people arguing. It definitely sounded like two crazy people arguing. Good acting on that part too. Oh man, that was so fucking funny. Yeah, and Also, Harley had some funny lines too when it was on the airplane as well. Actually, I had to watch it the second time because, as I mentioned in the beginning, I missed the first 15 movements the second time. So the second viewing I actually watched from home, and that was funny too. The whole interaction on the airplane was funny. That was that? Yo, is that a dog? Yo, you set me next to a werewolf? And he started freaking out. That was fucking hilarious. And how Weasel fell out and died. Even though it wasn't as funny to me because I got spoiled on that. Just from the end credit scene plus me watching other people's reviews and they talked about it. Probably been funnier if I got there on time or if I didn't watch that. But it's whatever. And kill the whole thing. But yeah, that whole opening sequence was like gruesome too, man. They just killed off everybody. I was expecting them to like kill people off as the movie went, but no, they just killed off like almost the whole team in that first 5 fucking minutes, and that was incredible. I'm still kind of disappointed they killed off Captain Boomerang. That's still kind of a little bit pissed me off, but just from the fact that he can't be in a Flash movie now. Like, if he was already established and already did a Flash movie with him and the other Flash villains, I would have been fine, but who knows what DC's gonna do? They might reboot the whole thing, have a different person play Flash or whatever. We don't know what they're doing at this point. Like, this movie ain't even really even connected to the last one. I mean, it sort of is because it got the same actors, but at the same time, it's not. There's no references to the last one at all. Yeah, but we'll see. At least Captain Boomerang actually threw a fucking boomerang in this movie and killed somebody with it. He didn't do that shit one time in the 2016 movie. He threw one that had like a camera on, and I think that was it, really. But yeah, really disappointed we didn't get to see more of him. Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, Viola Davis. I always mentioned that she was the MVP of this movie. Oh, and when that girl knocked her out with the club, like, yo, and Amanda didn't do anything afterwards. Like, ain't no fucking way. They would have got fired. They would have got court-martialed. They would have. Ain't no way they would still have their jobs after that shit, bro. Ain't no fucking way. Amanda Water would not let that shit slide, bro. My only one gripe with this movie, really. Yeah, I love the Jotunheim scene too, man. Like, that was pretty cool. It felt more like what I wanted from a Suicide Squad movie, them like doing a heist or like I guess in this case they were trying to destroy evidence. That was cool. Oh, and the whole battle between Rick Flag and Peacemaker, that was really cool. Like that shot where they showed the fight from the helmet. That was dope. And and that kill too. Peacemaker put that towel from that sink or whatever into his chest, and they showed the heart shot. That shit made me wince. Oh, that shit looked like something out of Mortal Kombat too. That was freaking tight though. Like some of the gore in this movie is kind of a lie. I ain't gonna lie, but it ain't that bad though. I mean, I play Mortal Kombat, so it still ain't that bad. But it's different, I guess, from a video game from live action. Bloodsport is pretty cool. I actually, it was actually cool when I found out that Bloodsport was actually originally a black character in the comics. Which I feel like they should do that a little bit more often too. I don't mind it when they have black actors playing traditionally white characters, but I feel like they should establish the ones that are already black to begin with a little bit more too. We might end up seeing Bloodsport now more often in the comics because I feel like everything I heard from Bloodshot is basically that time he shot Superman with a kryptonite bullet, and he might end up showing up a little bit more now. Though I still don't see. Well, with his weaponry in this movie, he might actually be able to do some damage with for Superman instead of using like regular bullets. Because that one scene where he just like fully charged his gun, like it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and shot like Candace and Starro, that was fucking tight. That scene was tight. I think he used that same gun against King Shark too. King Shark is fucking strong in this movie. Like when he started shooting, I thought he was gonna kill King Shark right there. That was fucking cool. Polka Dot Man. Oh yeah, I didn't even get around talking about Polka Dot Man. That's out of that Milton scene. Polka Dot Man. I never fucking thought I'd see Pokemon Man in a Hollywood film, like, ever, bro. He was always a joke villain in Batman, like one of those obscure D-list villains that you don't hardly ever see. Yeah, and they made him like a memorable character in this. He sees his mom everywhere he goes, which shocked me the first time they did it, and they made me feel uncomfortable the second time in the bar scene. He was dancing with some girls, and then when he saw Starro as it's his mom, like a fucking giant version of his mom destroying a city. That was so hilarious, man. Oh, and they also made Polka Dot Man kind of threatening too. Like his polka dots like made of plasma or some shit. Like they melt anything they touch. And they gave him sort of a sympathetic like backstory too. His mom experimented on him and his brothers and sisters, because she was obsessed with turning them into superheroes. But she ended up just creating supervillains instead, because he ended up at Bel Rare for probably melting people. Oh man. Oh yeah, and that scene where he like the bumps, like the polka dots like grow as bumps on his face. That shit looked fucking gross. So that was cool too. Oh, yeah, Polka Dot Man was cool. He went out like a G too. But yeah, I think that's about everything I want to talk about. Yeah. Oh yeah, Weasel and shit. Did I mention him already? But yeah, I'd like to see him again. He survived. Hopefully we get to see him. Yeah, that was a cool movie. Hope to see more of it. I really love the animated movies though. Still the animated Suicide Squad movies. They're always gonna hold top spot, and especially that Justice League animated, Justice League Unlimited episode with them too. That was fucking dope. Yeah, there's also a Suicide Squad game coming out too. We still haven't heard much about that. King Shark is also in that too. He's also different in that game as well. Yeah, that's all I have about to say for that. I really love the movie, man. Like shit, it's so fun. Great action, great comedy, some good, like, interesting editing in it as well. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what y'all thought of the movie. I really hope to see a sequel with this. I hope he comes back and does another one, like, cause I really like the Suicide Squad actually. I hope to see some cool villains in it. I want Giganta to be a villain in it, and maybe Man-Bat too. I can't think of much else at the moment. Maybe Deadshot could come back. I always liked him like as a staple, and him and Captain Boomerang. But hopefully if they do Deadshot next time, they'll have him do more like trick shots and shit, which Bloodsport doesn't really do, because they're two different characters. I suppose like Bloodsport was fucking cool too. I liked his weapons and shit. But yeah, I like to definitely see a sequel with Giganta and Man-Bat. Can't really think. Maybe Quilt, like Crazy Quilt, would be another funny like D-list character to do. I saw they teased like Kaleidoscope, but she was like a Superboy villain, showed up like twice in the comics or something. Calendar Man, there was a little cameo of him as well. But yeah, that'll be cool. All right, but that's it for today. I'll see y'all guys later. Bye.